Hi, I am Akshata Kardigudda, BSc first year student in Sri Siddheshwara Government PU College, Nargunda. Today I am discussed about the standard solution and preparation and primary and secondary standard solution. Definition of the standard solution. Solution of the known concentration are known as the standard solutions. Standard solution. Standard. In a parametrical analysis, the word standard means a material containing a substance of our interest with a known concentration. We can express this with a definite number with a proper units. Function of the standard solution to provide a reference using which we can determine unknown concentration of the solution. To standardization of the volumetric solution, preparation of the secondary standard to calibrate an instrument. Primary standard. Primary standard means a solution which accurately known concentration is called as a standard solution. Highly pure reagent or chemicals are used to prepare a standard solution which does not require further standardization is known as a primary standard solution. A primary standard is a chemical or reagent which has a certain properties such as primary standard substance should be easily available, purified and dried. It should be almost 100% pure and the total amount of impurities should not excess 0.1 to 0.02. Primary standard substances should be stable at a normal atmospheric condition. It should not be hygroscopic. Equivalent weight and molecular weight to those substances should be high to reduce the weighting errors, as a higher weight leads to reaction in the weighing errors. Reaction of the standard solutions with the reactant should be instant and stoichiometric of the easy calculation. Theoretical equivalence point and practical end point should be equal. Primary standard substances should be completely soluble under the experimental condition. It should be free from any hydrated water moiety. Titration error with it should be negligible. Left side beaker indicates the primary standard solution and right side beaker indicates the secondary standard solution. Secondary standard. Secondary standard, these are the substances used for a standardization and whose concentration has been determined by the comparison with the primary standard. A solution standard is a chemical or reagent which has a certain properties. It has less purity than the primary standard and less stable and more reactive than the primary standard, but it should soluble remain stable for a long time titrated against the primary standard. Preparation of standard solution. Set the molarity of the solutions you want to prepare. Determine the molar mass of a substance in a grams based on the chemical formula. Weight the equivalent amount of the pure substances in a gram. Dissolve the substances in the water. These are the steps involved in the preparation of standard solutions. This diagram indicates the final result of the standard solution. And finally, we see the difference between the primary and secondary standard solution. Left side column indicates the primary standard solution and right side column indicates the secondary standard solution. Primary standard solution is made from the primary standard substances, and these are the extremely pure, about 99.9%, and these are less reactive or non-reactive, non-hygroscopic, rarely contaminated and unaffected by the atmosphere. And secondary standard solution prepared specifically for a certain analysis, known very pure or not pure and more reactive, slightly hygroscopic and quickly contaminated, influenced by the atmosphere. I referred some books to explain about the standard solution written by the Dr. Vinayak M. Nayak, Dr. Kalpana Keravalikar and Dr. Preeti N. Tallur. Thank you.